Okay, so we found how if we have a right triangle, I'm going to go ahead and we're just not even going to talk about the proof this time. If we have a right triangle, to find missing side lengths or missing angles, we can either use our SOHCAHTOA or the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? This chapter is all about what if we don't have a right triangle. And so one of our options is the cosine rule. In America, we'll sometimes say the law of cosines. IB says the cosine rule. The really nice thing about the cosine rule, it's in your formula booklet. So it's based on the Pythagorean theorem. Kind of, if you notice, a squared equals b squared plus c squared, or all the different versions. And then we just take minus 2 times the two sides here times the angle from the beginning. Okay, so go ahead and write down all three of the versions. All right, so let's just apply this. We want to find, it says BC. I'm going to call that side A because it's always the side across from the angle, so it's just easier. So I'm looking for A, so I'm going to start with A squared. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC. You know why it's called cosine rule? Because we use cosine. Cosine of the included angle. All right, now we have to just manipulate. If you have one of the graphing calculators, you can literally just insert all of this into your calculator, and you're going to get, I don't know what you're going to get. And then what we do is we take the square root of this great big long thing, which I probably should plug it in, but I didn't. And we should get 8 8/10. And this would be centimeters. All right, we don't need the plus or minus because this is a side length. So this will always be positive when I take the square root. Okay? All right, so if we know 3 sides of a non-right triangle, but we don't know any of the angles, then we can use this version of the cosine rule. The nice thing about IB, it gives you both rules. You just kind of have to work with it. Now, if we want measure BCA, I think sometimes it's helpful if we just draw this out. A, B, C. A to B is 7. B to C is 5. C to A is 8. B, C, A is right here. So we want this one, cosine C. Cosine C equals A squared plus B squared minus C squared over 2 times AB. All right, so we plug all of that into the calculator and we get 1/2. How do we find the angle? We need to counteract cosine with cosine inverse. So angle C is cosine inverse of 1/2. and you should get 60 degrees. Now, a lot of times your IB questions will tie many pieces of one problem together. So I like example 4 because first it has you finding a missing angle. Then it says, how do you find the triangle, the area of the triangle? Well, we have a non-right triangle. So this is our area equals 1/2 AB sine C. So this is our angle. So we need our two sides. So my area is 1/2 A, well, the order doesn't matter here, B sine 60. And when you put all of that together, you get 17.3. This is in centimeters, so area is centimeters squared. And that's the end of section C.